We're here with head coach Cleve Wright and freshman forward Kendall McCoy after a 70-46 loss to Eastern Michigan. Coach, your opening thoughts on today's game?
Disappointed in the way we were careless with the ball, with the basketball, and careless, I thought, against their press, and careless against their zone. And it never really got better throughout the game. I think we had a little bit of a roller coaster. We'd do it right for a few times, and then we would come back and do some wrong things. So, compliments to them. They're well coached. It's a good team. I mean, they have two 1,000-point scorers in their starting lineup. I mean, that's a good team. There's no question. But I certainly think we're a whole lot better than what we showed today. And so, certainly disappointed in our effort, not being consistent.
Eastern Michigan is a lot more athletic than a lot of the MAC teams tend to be. How do you counter that and adjust to their kind of style of press?
Well, I think you just be smarter with the ball and stronger with the ball. You can't lob the ball against them, and some of our passes were lob passes, were, kind of hanging duck passes, and they ran and got them. And I thought, I didn't think that we were in an attack mode. We had the ball above our head a lot, and we'd pick the ball up out of a scoring area. So now all you are is a passer, and so that allowed them to get some steals that should never have been there just simply because of that. I think certainly they got some because they are more athletic than we are, and if you lob it, you can make up some of that, but not like what they did today. I think we had a lot to do with that.
Kendall, last couple of games, you've kind of been sort of your breakout games. Today you had a double-double, first career double-double, 12 points, 10 rebounds. Do you feel like the extra pressure to score now that you've been put into the starting lineup?
Not really. I don't really focus on scoring too much. I just focus on doing whatever I can and whatever my team needs of me. Maybe if it's scoring that game, it could be defense another game. So that's really what I'm focused on.
And Eastern Michigan, they brought a lot of pressure. Did you feel like that bothered the team, or how do you feel that the team focused through that?
I just think it kind of brought our confidence down a little bit. Getting some early turnovers, definitely with our pressure. I thought there were times where we broke the press really well, got a nice offense set up, but I think overall we just kind of let their press get to our mentality a little bit.
Even in the half court, their zone seemed to influence things, Cleve.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough to duplicate the kind of speed that they bring out onto the floor. Was that a big factor of it today? Well,
this is what's interesting to me, is that we have practice players who are athletic and long and move, and so we try to duplicate it. It may not be exactly the same, but I think it's pretty close. And I think, as you mentioned, and I said earlier about the half court stuff, I really felt like there was times. I think Kendall was an exception to this rule. I think she was looking to score and very aggressive and assertive, and I think that's why she did what she did, because she was that way. But I think we had some of our players were catching the ball, putting the ball above their head, not looking at the basket, and so now again, if I'm guarding you and you're not looking at the basket, then where are you looking? And I'm looking, and if that person, I'm going to anticipate. And Eastern Michigan's great at anticipating passes and anticipating things, and especially if you don't make yourself a threat. And I felt like in the half court we did not do that. We did not make ourselves a threat. Had we been in triple threat, looked at the rim, now those passes are much easier to make. Certainly you still have to zip them. You got to zip your passes. But I think, unfortunately, I think we had some players, and I have to say, I can't pick out one or two players, and I wouldn't say them if I could. There were several players that I felt like at times were becoming passers and not being a threat to score.
Kendall, this is a very young team. Do you find yourself, even though you are just a freshman, having to step up and take some of a leadership role when things are not going your way?
Yeah, I think so. I think we lack a little bit of leadership right now, and I think that's when we need to really stay together and stick together. And when you get to college, it doesn't really matter what age you are. I mean, we're all on the same page. So I just think staying together is really key for us right now.
Thank you, Coach. Thank you, Kendall.
Thank you.